years we lived together, and she unfortunately got diagnosed with motor neurons disease and passed away about 2 years ago. And yeah, after she passed away, we kind of left that house, and now I live with my partner. It's quite an intense disease, that motor neurons disease. You know, it's sort of gradually you start losing control of your body, and you know, you're sort of unable to do things independently. And yeah, it's pretty hectic for family members, but going through it, you know, my mom was such a strong person, and she was always sort of the type of person that would do things on her own and not ask for help. And she was, you know, very sort of can-do attitude, and I think it broke her quite a lot, not being able to do things on her own anymore and sort of relying on other people. So it was quite difficult watching her go through that. And yeah, you know, it was, thank God we lived in the UK. That's the thing, because we were originally from South Africa, and some of the sort of healthcare benefits you get in the UK is very underrated. You know, you've got the NHS, and pretty much all her care, everything was paid for by the state or by the council, whatever you want to call it, but by the NHS really. So her therapies, her mobility aids, mobility car, allowances, housing, everything like that was all paid for. Even carers, she had 2 carers, 24 hours a day. That was all paid for by the NHS or by the sort of local council, which is unbelievable. You know, if we lived in South Africa, that sort of stuff, you know, we could only dream of having any of that. And the only care she would be able to have is by the family. You know, nothing will be provided by the state. I mean, if you're lucky, you might get a couple £100 or so per month, but none of that will be, none of what she had in the UK, you would be able to get in South Africa. So yeah, we're definitely very, very lucky to have been in the UK when she got diagnosed. Very nice pub up on the left here. Nice modern day pub. Always gets me, these roads. Jeez, if you go off on the side there, that's gonna blow your oil pan. Aye. But very nice surface actually. This is lovely. Nice and smooth. Yeah. Onto the ice. I think that's something that I was kind of thinking of, it's sort of, you watch all these YouTubers and they're talking about their lives and how-tos and stuff like that, and then I think, well, okay, I want to make some videos, and then I think, well, my life's actually pretty boring, what do I video? I work, going to the shops, doing, for me, I'm sort of doing my daily life normal things, but when I put it on video and actually 2 days or 3 days later watch it back, I realized actually even though for me that's normal, for someone else, for instance, watching in Zambia or Angola or Iran, places like that, and they're watching this guy, this South African guy living in the UK, going about his business, driving through these towns, whatever. To them, it's fascinating, it's a completely different culture, different way of doing things, and this guy's just living his life. So it kind of makes you think, well, everyone thinks, you might think that your life is boring and there's nothing to show, but for other people, it's fascinating, and for me personally, that's what I enjoy about watching other YouTubers, is just watching them go through their lives, because it's quite interesting seeing other people's points of view. You know what I mean? Seeing what they see every day. But yeah, that's just my thoughts.